Alright. First. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Right, so. Vaporization.
That is not the one I need.
Man, that's gonna be important, and we both know it. Yeah, yeah, okay. My progress will not be saved, sure, right. Symbol of the broken pot. Symbol of the exit. Rare plants botany. But I don't have a botany section.
That is not the...
I don't... There's no botany symbol. The Divine Syndicate.
That is not the one I need.
You're right. I'm looking at for these first. Oh, garden supplies?
That is not the one I need.
There's not a botany section, though.
That is...
Well, there isn't... There...
That is not...
There's no botany section, though. Okay, so is there a newspaper about rare plants? Oh, the Divine Syndicate again. Oh, encyclopedia. I didn't even realize there was one over here. There we go. So we want exotic plants. These plants have a certain toxicity in common, more or less variable names. Only the first 3 can be dangerous to humans, particularly Florem diabolica. That's in there. Yep, that's one of the stolen ones. But only under very specific conditions. The plant should react to a process of aggression, against which it will issue deadly spores. Oh, I see.
Here it is.
Plants gotta be threatened, eh? Alright, watch out when you're threatening plants, you never know. Oh, we never read the, letter for the last case. Mr. Holmes, I have found the courage to write you a letter. I can scarcely find the words to express my gratitude for your kindness on that terrible day. I believed my life to be ruined, but at the same time I realized there to be one person in the world who truly loved me, and whom I loved in return. His name we both know. He is Captain Jack Crocker. His love has given me true reason to live, even if we cannot be together in the end. None of this could have happened without you, Mr. Holmes. Lovely. Next. Symbol of the broken pot. That... No, that was in research. All the way over here.
That is not the one I need.
Wait, which one am I looking for? No,
that is not
Divine Syndicate. The members of this syndicate worship Trewan, the God King. They strive to obtain spiritual peace and release themselves from the material world, so generous donations are appreciated. I bet they are.
Here it is.
I bet they are.
The Divine Syndicate is not a supplier to Kew Gardens. Besides, there is no address here.
So next, symbol of the exhibition pot. We are a premium supplier for all your landscape gardening and timber requirements. Full range supply and delivery of sand, soil, mulches, pots, and anything else you need.
Here it is.
Okay. Wait, what date was this? June 1889. Okay. The Divine Syndicate Club, followers of the God King Trewan, situated on 48 Grosvenor Street, Carlton Road, protectors of plants and more particularly trees, are currently the subject The spaces are so huge. Of an administrative investigation. The leaders of this organization are suspected of financial malfeasance. It may be this investigation will lead to charges of judiciary. Meanwhile, many voices have risen high against this inspection, denouncing the state. In fact, this private organization, which has given its goal the defense and protection of nature, and which incorporates many persons of influence, including political representatives of the opposition party.
Here it is.
Okay.
And here is the Divine Syndicate's address. Perfect. It is time to find out what they have against Montague Dunn.
Right. What else do we have to do? Oh, ask about that. We need to take Toby back as well, though. We need him to sniff something out. The killers may be those who stole the exotic plants, including the deadly species from the last exhibition. Yep. Well, these aren't going to connect to those, are they? No. Toby, come with me.
Come on, Toby. We have some work for you to do.
We have
Let us
sleuthing
go to Kew
do.
Gardens.
Come, my son. We will go and sniff the chemicals. Mostly just for fun. But also there may be some kind of evidence-related purpose as well, though that's mostly a side effect, if we're being completely honest. The back of Watson's jacket was kind of freaking me out there, I'm not gonna lie.
Let us take Toby to the laboratory. He will pick up the scent of this mysterious substance.
Man, Watson is just so animated, dude. He really feels alive.
Search.
And not at all like some kind of automaton we've brought along, you know? You know? So, last time we needed something opened, we needed to attract Holmes. Toby just opened this one by himself. Alright, here we go. We're on the case. They went this way. Over here. Okay. Wasn't really expecting to come over here. Doing a real big loop round here. Boy howdy, they took quite the path.
Congratulations, Toby. Now let us see what you have found. This is the bottle that was used in the laboratory. It was buried here.
Well, well, well. If it isn't some evidence...
There is still some liquid remaining in the bottle, with gold flakes. A tiny caterpillar. Not surprising to see one in a garden, but at the bottom of a bottle.
Okay. I assume we'll need to... Yeah, we'll need to take that back and do a test. Great job,
Brave
Toby.
The
Alright. Now let's go back and perform more tests. Well, this is actually the first test. I was like tests earlier, but all we actually did was look at a bunch of research papers. But, you know, that's a test in its own way.
Let us determine just what we have found here. Let us pour liquid from the bottle into a test tube to perform an analysis.
Sounds
This
delightful.
is the bottle that we found hidden at Kew.
Pipette, gotcha. Get it. Yeah. It's science time.
A colorless, water-based liquid.
Right.
Quite a strong floral aroma.
Right, of course.
Holmes? What are you doing?
It has a bitter taste.
What if it's poisonous?
Did you ever see poison stored in enormous jars like that? Anyway, there is a doctor nearby.
So, what do you think it is?
It is some kind of organic compound. Let us vaporize the liquid and see what happens.
It might kill us, but hey, you never know. At least then we don't have to plan for
Let us determine
retirement.
just what we have found here. Small colorless crystals. colorless, tiny crystals that are soluble in water, with a floral smell and a bitter taste. Watson, could you pass me that small bottle, please?
Of course. Here you are. Holmes, do you know what it is?
Wagner's reagent. There was a label on the bottle that you passed to me.
No, Holmes, I meant the bottle that we found.
Let me add the reagent and see if there is any sediment, and then I shall tell you. I
Thrilling.
need to take a
Okay, never mind. Let's do this. Science. Hell yeah. Now it's cherry flavored.
red sediment, just as I suspected. This liquid is of organic origin. It contains some alkaloid. Most likely it is unstable, and that is why there is a quantity of gold dust to prevent contamination.
So
This mixture is probably a fertilizer. Someone was carrying out unusual experiments in the garden's laboratory.
with a fertilizer? That doesn't seem all that unusual to me, but hey, what would I know? Alright, let's go to the cult building. That sounds like it's gonna be exciting. Man, Watson's jacket texture is just a little bit weird.
This place is beautiful, Holmes. Its atmosphere is remarkably soothing.
Let us find someone who could help us.
Okay, I've never seen any Tai Chi that looked like that before, brother. What are you doing up there? You're looking a little stiff, my friend.
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock.
I am exalting the sun. A while can you wait? From the trace of elements and moreover from the quality of the ambient geotropism it depends. Therefore, please, mind my gravitropism. Its balance. Do not disturb.
Disturbed is most
I would hate to
definitely the
disturb your
word.
gravitosity.
Completed is the symbiosis. Welcome you are. To introduce myself I shall. I am the Green Grand Mystic.
The Green Grand Mystic himself.
This is me. Who am I speaking to?
We are two gentlemen who are extremely interested in the vegetation philosophy that is advocated by this establishment.
Listening to you, I am.
Okay. This sounds good. Tattoo. True story. He does indeed have one. Calluses. Palm injury. Acid burn. Chemical practice. I see.
We should like to take a look around, to immerse ourselves in the wisdom that emanates from here.
It is a school of anastomosis, the divine scholastic syndicate for vegetation veneration and meditation. You may say, the divine syndicate. Glory to the eukaryotic. Only
Right.
true devotees, those whose hearts are ready to spermatophize in sharing of knowledge, are permitted to physically enter our vegetable kingdom and its wisdom. And to be permitted, you must earn it. Yes.
I see. That does all sound very important.
We visited Kew Gardens, and we found your symbols on their flower pots.
Coincidence, I am thinking. They would scavenge our refuse. It would not surprise me.
It was merely an observation. Green Grand Mystic, we are ready to become devotees and gain access to your temple.
What is the name of our Lord, our God King?
Trewan.
Our God King's name is Trewan.
Trewan.
Green Grand Mystic.
Oh la, good, good, I like you. Here is the holy key to the wisdom place. Holy donation can you make whenever you so wish.
Thank you so much.
I
That
pray
was
you
the
to
whole
taste
test?
our fertilizer substance. From the burdens of life it helps to free.
But of course.
Raw sap, it is called. It is near the entrance.
Would that
Well,
happen to
we
be the
will
same
leave you
thing?
to your
That was quite
meditation.
the rigorous test, I must say. I was really sweating there towards the end. I hadn't studied. I wasn't sure I was going to make it through, you know? Well, I got the prompt. What are we looking at? That.
A fragment of a flower pot.
Something hidden.
The Kew Gardens symbol.
Okay, so they got switched. Cool, gotcha. Seems a little weird to just leave them kind of like outside like that. But, you know, a little sus. Alright. This all does indeed look very spiritual. And green, maybe? Drugs.
That should be the raw sap that the Green Grand Mystic spoke of.
Yoink.
This is rather delicious, and of an excellent quality.
My word, Holmes. Their sap is like a form of cocaine.
So it's just cocaine then, is it? Oh, that's pretty sick. They just got free samples of cocaine out in the, out in the open like this? Damn. This place is popping. Hey there. What are you... I won't be misaligning your gravitopesium or anything, will I, if I speak to you? It looks like you're in the middle of something pretty important.
This must be Triwan, the Divine Syndicate's god.
Yeah. Anyway.
Praise the grand tree, praise it! Praise the grand tree, praise it! Praise the grand tree, praise it!
Alright. Anyway.
A tropical plant. Nothing of interest.
Isn't that... Didn't we find, like, one of these, like, burned? Or in the fire?
A tropical plant.
I feel like we saw one of those.
This Green Grand Mystic fellow seems rather suspicious, Holmes.
You're right. I wanted to look at this cage, though. Oh.
Caterpillars. They are raised as food for certain plants. Let's take them.
Just all of them, huh? Fair enough.
A tropical...
Okay.
A tropical...
Okay.
These three plants are identical to the ones shown at the exhibition. I shall take them.
Mine now. Just gonna shove these very spiky plants into my pocket. Take them home. So, deadly plant stolen. Oh, really? No, that doesn't connect to the suspicious ingredients? Poisoning? Set up the alkaloid from a chemical laboratory and the caterpillars and perform the experiment with the deadly plants. That sounds rad as hell, brother. Yeah, no, those don't connect. Great! Do I have to talk to somebody? I probably have to talk to the green, fucking jolly green giant
This
or
door
whatever.
is locked.
Just pick it right in front of the adept. He won't care, I'm sure. So, give it a little rotato. Wonderful. Okay. I can't actually rotate that one without rotating that other one, huh? So, that's a little, inconvenient. I'd love to skip this, thank you. Well, this all looks pretty important.
These instruments are used for smoking opium.
Free samples of cocaine? Opium? This place is really, yeah. Oh, fuck, we got a lot of opium balls.
A vast amount of opium.
Damn, boy, look at all that opium. Holy shit. Damn.
That would be enough to perform the most difficult of chemical experiments.
Yoink.
This substance is an alkaloid, the same as in the bottle we found in the bushes at Kew Gardens.
Perfect, Watson. We can begin our experiment. This cabinet is full of chemicals. They are...
Okay. Boy, wouldn't that be quite the prank if it turned out it was just the great grand green jolly giant mystic who was responsible for the murder all along. Wouldn't that be quite the swindle? So, do we have to talk to him about the plant pots we found?
Do you have friends at Kew Gardens?
None. Not worthy there.
Right, so, but... not branded flower pots? But the flower pots were indeed branded.
Not worthy there.
Whoops. I guess symbol. Really, not symbol? But I mean...
None. Not worthy there.
But... Flask? But... The fact it wasn't the symbol has really fucked me up. I was like, what do you mean?
Not worthy there.
Did I pick the wrong one? Keys? No? Did I not pick the option that I thought I picked earlier?
None. Not worthy there.
What do you mean it's not the symbol on the broken pot?
None. Not worthy there.
What do you... But... What do you... That's why we're here.
None. Not worthy there.
That's the connection, though. Is the symbols. Just Kew Gardens
Nevertheless,
symbol.
we have
Okay.
seen Kew Gardens flower pots in your yard.
Why is it not...
How could they happen
Whatever.
to be there?
What? Our sacred place you permitted yourself to search. Sacrilege.
No, really now. There was a theft of plants at Kew Gardens a matter of days ago. And we believe the pots we found here may be connected with it. Please tell us, were you involved?
No. Those plants were ours. They had stolen them from us.
How so?
Their director, Dump, I believe.
Ah, yes, dumb.
Done.
Yes, that's what I said. He borrowed from us 3 of our sisters for the exhibition at his green fly-infested gardens. But he never gave them back to us. Excuses and imbecility. So we went in and saved them.
I see. So, if you stole those rare plants from them, then it means... Ah, I get it. Bravo, Holmes. I think the case is solved.
No, we did not steal. We saved. Well, as a matter of fact, we were unable to find our 3 plants.
I beg your pardon. And yet, you took all of the exotic plants from the stand.
They had disappeared. It was the least we could do. They stole our sisters, and so we stole theirs.
Well, we will leave you to your meditation.
Please speak louder into the microphone. How? Damn. I can't believe he just confessed like that. Granted, that doesn't mean he's the murderer. In fact, he probably isn't. But damn, holy shit. That was astonishing right there. Wow. Just up and admitted to it. It stole all but the deadly plants. I mean, they could have used them in order to murder Montague Dunn. But didn't the theft happen after the murder? Right? It was the murder happened and then the theft happened. Right? Am I misremembering? Like, timeline-wise doesn't work out, does it? Well, I guess they could have murdered him and then came back, but I mean, like, yeah, what's over here? Oh, not very much. Ring the bell. Oh, come on, dude. Alright, let's go do our experiment. Now.
I imagine that one of these plants would be capable of releasing a toxic vapor. I need to find out exactly how it could be done. I shall begin now. Watson, if you are at all optimistic to have dinner this evening, then I'd recommend that you put on the gas mask.
Watch out, it's got asbestos in it. What do you want me to do with this? No. Splash.
This plant becomes inactive after being drenched with alkaloid.
I see. Would you like some caterpillars? What? Jesus fucking Christ. Holy shit. Put that one over there. Oh, I put it closer to that one this time. Oh. Stab.
My word. It shot a spike at me after I stabbed it with a pin. I imagined that its reaction would be ferocious if I increased the strength of my attack. My...
Wow. This is pretty fucking dangerous. Holy shit. Wow. Damn. This one looks the most likely to exhale poison to me.
It appears to open after being soaked with alkaloid.
Ah, yes, quite. Would you like some caterpillars? Can you stop? Oh shit.
It closed again. I believe I saw a small cloud of gas. I wonder what secrets this plant is hiding. Perhaps if we agitate it to...
Yes, that sounds delightful. So first, give it a little sippy. There you go. And then stab that fucker.
It appears to open.
Jab.
It closed again. I wonder what secrets this plant is hiding. Perhaps if we agitate...
Oh, you want me to just, like, give it a double dose? More alkaloid? Just, like, really booze it up in here?
It appears...
No? Oh, there we go.
No reaction.
I see.
This plant seems to have had no reaction from...
Oh, okay. Here you go, my friend.
I find the behavior of predators utterly fascinating.
Yeah. So what do you want me to do? Maybe you want me to stab this so it shoots at that?
My...
Oh, I know. If we do this, right? Would that agitate it more? Oh, no, that's right. That one calms down, doesn't it?
This plant.
Well, I'm not really sure how else you want me to agitate it, to be honest with you. Stab it now. Alright, fine.
My.
What do you do?
This plant becomes inactive.
So, how, pray tell, do you want me to agitate this plant? More?
No.
I have limited means of agitation here.
It closed. I wonder what secret.
Alright, so, anyway.
The plants would be capable of killing only if they were directly next to the victim and stimulated at precisely the right moment.
Let us take our caterpillars to the Colonial Collection Room. We may see things more clearly there.
It is too early, Watson. Our suspects will be there. Let us investigate Kew Gardens one more time and ask some questions.
Cool. Sounds good, brother. Deadly precision. Divine Syndicate left the plants at Kew Garden in order to murder Montague Dunn at a later date. Sect is not involved. Like, it doesn't seem likely. You know, it just somehow doesn't quite seem that way. Alright, let's go ask some questions. Still hard at work, I see.
Are you aware of the Divine Syndicate?
The Divine what? Is this a joke?
No, I am quite serious.
What a ridiculous name. Anyway, I have never heard of this syndicate.
Can you tell me if you saw Mr. Montague Dunn on the day of his death?
Yes, of course. I met him, and we went to see Albert, his son, at around 9:30. He appeared quite calm.
What were you doing on the morning of the accident?
After paying multiple visits to Albert, I had a little talk with Miss White. Then I returned to my desk to complete some paperwork. Suddenly I observed that Mr. Dunn was not feeling well, so I ran immediately to fetch Albert. I clearly remember that it was around 10:30, for I was late that morning.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
Okay. Albert, would you like to confirm what he just said?
Your father's death does seem highly suspicious. What were your movements here on that day?
Suspicious? Well, I was working in the seed house, taking care of Lysa, something, or Lear Pontus, or... No, wait.
Relatable.
Ah, these Latin names. And I spent so many hours trying to memorize them.
Did you see your father that day?
Yes. He came here with Mr. Hamish for his weekly visit. There was nothing unusual about that.
And then?
Nothing. They stepped out to the backyard. It was perhaps 20 minutes before 10 o'clock. Then about 10 minutes later, I saw my father heading for the dry tropics room while Mr. Hamish returned here.
And Mr. Hamish and Miss White, what were they both doing that morning?
Mr. Hamish visited me a couple of times. I also saw him returning from talking with Miss White, and that was at 10 minutes past 10. But then he ran back here to me to tell me that my father was feeling unwell. We hurried across to the water lily room, and I found my father lying dead on the floor. Oh my God.
He didn't mention talking to Miss White, did he?
Tell me, have you ever heard of the Divine Syndicate?
No, I cannot say that I have.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
Alright, now let's go over and talk to Miss White. Who is over here somewhere. No, she's in the next building, isn't she? Yes. You.
Can you tell me what Mr. Dunn was doing upon the day of his death?
I can, but there is nothing very special to say. I was in the laboratory when I saw Mr. Dunn heading towards me. Tuesday is the day of his weekly visit. It was supposed to be at 9, but he was 10 minutes late, as usual.
And then?
Well, he came in to say good morning. Then I saw him spend 2 or 3 minutes by the plants outside the laboratory. After that, he ran out in the direction of the nursery, where Mr. Hamish was working. He was always in a rush during the inspection, you see. I would pity anyone who stood in his way.
I have no idea if those times lined up. I did not actually, keep careful enough track.
And that was the last time you saw him?
Yes. I stayed in the laboratory until 20 minutes to 11, when I heard the cries of Albert and Mr. Hamish from the large glass house. I joined them as soon as I could, for I knew that something must be very wrong.
What exactly were you doing in the laboratory?
I was recording an experiment for my thesis. I only stopped my work once when Mr. Hamish visited me briefly around 10 o'clock.
You say you were recording an experiment when the tragedy occurred. Might I listen to the roll?
Certainly. Please do. You will find it in the laboratory. It is number 320.
Okay.
The Divine Syndicate. Does that name mean anything to you, by any chance?
Not at all. But it is a very pretty name.
Thank you, miss.
Alright. Oh.
Everyone has gone, Holmes. The way is clear.
Alright. Let's do it. Inhaling the inhale spores. Stumbles. And eats shit. Are there really only 2 things here and you're still gonna have me do this? Yeah.
When Montague Dunn was standing close by the plants, the caterpillars were released and caused the deadly spores to activate. Panicking, and likely already half asphyxiated, Montague Dunn started back and knocked over the bust. He rushed to the door, but it was locked. He had to force it open with his shoulder. We already know the outcome. Montague Dunn collapsed and died not far from the pool.
Well, it is time to perform our experiment on the ventilation system.
Alright. Caterpillar
The
it up.
caterpillars could only fall from the ventilation duct. Our caterpillars are in place. I'll activate the ventilation system so that they fall down. Watson, stay here and observe.
All right, Holmes.
I'm getting the prompt pop up. Why is it doing this? Just because of that? Because there doesn't seem to be much else new in this room. We've already looked at all that. Maybe just because there were things in here that took that prompt to find. Though I feel like it didn't stay up previously when that happened. So just because I didn't look at that first. Well, anyway, let's go and use the ventilation system. How nice of it to make me walk all the way across the fucking world. Wait, I'm getting the prompt again? Why? Because of my vicinity to that? Oh, is it just so I can follow the pipes if I have to? I know where the pipes go, dog. Like, it's pretty, it's pretty postmarked. It also goes over there, but I mean, it is the ventilation system.
The power is on. The engine cannot be stopped. The engine has stopped. The ventilation system is working.
Delightful. I don't know why you had me do that, but that's fine. Now we go all the way back again. Watson, did you die?
Now we need to see if we can activate the fans from Mr. Hamish's and Albert's space.
Wait, what? Oh, I mean, I guess. I kind of thought that you just wanted me to go and turn the ventilation system on, but I guess, you know, that's fine. I'll go do the other things, too. Well...
This is one of the outlets of the ventilation system. From here, we are unable to see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room. Excellent. This ventilation fan is working.
Okay. Well, not being able to see into the room already makes it a bit of a problem for that one. Because if you need to be right next to the plants, you need to know exactly where the man is at the time you do it.
We can see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room from this window.
Well, I'd say this is pretty bad evidence for Hamish.
Perfect. Now I just need to find Watson to check the result.
Hey, Watson, where are you?
It works perfectly, Holmes. Bravo. Now, if you could just help me to get rid of these caterpillars.
You didn't need to stand right under
Perfect.
it.
Now we know how the murder of Montague Dunn was carried out. By activating both Albert's and Mr. Hamish's fans.
But only from Mr. Hamish's workplace would it be possible to see when Montague Dunn entered the Colonial Collection Room.
Yes, correct. So, ventilation used. Martin Hamish had the opportunity to stimulate the deadly plants in the Colonial Collection Room. As a biologist, he would have understood the technicality of how to do this. Martin Hamish could be the killer. He had the opportunity to steal the Divine Syndicate's plants and stimulate them from his workplace, directly after he had locked Montague Dunn inside the Colonial Collection Room. Effect the arrest of Martin Hamish. But what about the other clues?
Let's go to Scotland Yard.
Can I connect those? The knowledge Miss White acquired at the university might not be enough to guarantee the right correction of the reaction of the deadly plants. Well, let's go look at the, listen to the film roll, right? 320. Even though I think we listened to both of them and neither of them sounded particularly enlightening. Am I going the right way? No, I'm not. Wait, yes I am. This will go out into the front area. So we listened to both the things that were in that room and neither of them sounded particularly incriminating at the time anyway. $320, right? $320 isn't here. These are not the correct ones. Oh, of course. 320. Never mind.
Cylinder record.
Alright, let's go. Oh, okay.
These plants, classified as shrubs or grasses, have adapted to their arid environment due to a system of underground roots.
This recording seems very long. It is unnecessary to listen to all of it. Miss White was in the laboratory, as she told us.
So not her, basically. So, oh, I mean, that's nice. You know, we can cross that one off at the very least. It certainly looks more like Hamish than Albert. Well, no, didn't she also confirm where Albert was? Because that seems to make... Because that cylinder seems to pretty much write her off as being the culprit. And I think she confirmed where Albert was, which was not not in murder range, effectively. My son, you are on the keyboard. There we go. I'm pretty sure it's Hamish. You know, he's got a really strong motive. His desk is right next to the room. So it wouldn't be hard for him to just go through and then, like, flick Albert's on and then go wait next to his desk. Do I talk to you?
A very good day to you, my friend. Is Inspector Lestrade in?
The inspector's waiting for you in...
Oh, okay. Lestrade! There's been a murder!
Inspector, I believe that Martin Hamish is guilty of the murder of Montague Dunn.
Aha! I knew it. I'll send a letter round to arrest him.
Very good. I shall wait to hear from you.
I mean, that's not the end, right? Like, we're just gonna interrogate him more thoroughly now, right? Because, like, I still have clues that haven't actually been connected yet.
Inspector, I came here as quickly as I could.
Martin Hamish is in the large glass house. There's no need to hurry.
What do you mean, there's no need to hurry?
Holmes, my God!
Yes, we found him like that.
Our messing around with the ventilation system didn't go unnoticed. Mr. Hamish realized that we knew.
Inspector, could you arrange the body, please?
Oh.
I should like to examine it.
Well, that's not at all what I expected to happen. Maybe it wasn't him, to be honest. This seems very sus.
The mark around the neck is very visible. He died instantly.
Life has become a living hell, and I find it unbearable. Dunn deserved to die, but I cannot forgive myself for having his blood upon my hands. We Hamishes seem to have always fallen victim to our circumstances, and I find myself to be no exception. I must atone, and I shall do so, here and now. Farewell. Did you, though? Are we sure?
Holmes, his left shoe is unique. This anomaly is often a characteristic of...
A club foot. Bravo, Watson. That is the key element of this case.
What? It is? What do you mean? Martin Hamish was unable to run due to the T-bill torsion on his club foot. Therefore, we should find out if he had sufficient time to lock the door of the Colonial Collection Room and activate the ventilation system. Did he have an accomplice? Discuss with Lestrade the possible impact of new clues. I see. Fair, I guess so. Well, the accomplice has to be Albert. We already know Miss White was nowhere near in position to do it.
Why do you say that, Mr. Holmes?
Why? Because of Mr. Hamish's club foot. Oh, I deserve to be kicked from here to Charing Cross. I should have noticed it.
But, Mr. Holmes, I can't see why.
No, I don't suppose you do. You must recall that Mr. Dunn was locked inside the Colonial Collection Room by the murderer. If it was Mr. Hamish, he would have had to run up to his workplace to trigger the fan situated above it, taking into consideration the condition of his foot.
Well, it is still possible.
Perhaps, but it is rather strange that such a person as Mr. Hamish decided to base his plan on the speed of his gait.
You mean to say that somebody helped him?
So the suicide is questionable?
Correct. Mr. Hamish accuses only himself in his letter, and so the investigation stops.
Possibly an accomplice, then? That idea had not occurred to me, Mr. Holmes.
I have another idea, Inspector. Thanks to the testimony that we have collected, we are able to rebuild the events as they took place that day.
With a timeline, such as we did in the Jack the Ripper case.
Precisely.
The map at the entrance of Kew Gardens should help us with our timeline.
Okay. I wondered what we were
Let
going
us
to use the
analyze
map
the
for.
facts and
Oh,
statements,
Christ.
so that we may recreate the events of that
Oh,
morning.
Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, my God. Martin Hamish and Montague Dunn went to meet Albert in the Seed House at 9:30. So, Albert saw Hamish returning from visiting Mrs. White, not that. Oh, that's meet in the Seed House, so up there. It was around 20 minutes to 10 when Hamish and Montague Dunn went out to the backyard. After 10 minutes, Dunn recommenced his inspection and entered the dry tropics room. Hamish returned to the sea house. This is gonna take me a minute.
Let us summarize. Montague Dunn was poisoned inside the Colonial Collection Room. He forced open the door, which means that someone locked him inside there at 10:20. Martin Hamish was last seen at 10:10. This means that he has approximately 10 minutes to lock the door of the Colonial Collection Room. Given that he was club-footed, it is doubtful. Albert also has 10 minutes to lock the door of the Colonial Collection Room, which is quite enough time. Miss White was last seen at 10 o'clock, which means that she had approximately 20 minutes to lock the door. More than enough time.
Yeah, but she was
Perfect,
inside the
Watson.
lab.
Now, let us ascertain who assisted Martin Hamish in killing Montague Dunn.
Well, isn't it still Albert? Like... Oh, Christ. Yeah, I guess we gotta connect these, don't we? Alright, Albert had time, yes. Albert had the biological knowledge to stimulate the deadly plant. I mean, he didn't, but that's what Hamish is for. White is not involved, I don't think. White has the knowledge, yes. Now I have to... White's lack of experience. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's Albert that's the accomplice. Because, I mean, she was... we recorded her. Or we listened to the recording of her in the lab when she said she was. So... I mean, and apparently that was quite long. It seems like it has to be Albert. Albert Dunn killed his father in collaboration with Hamish, citing years of humiliation and frustration. Albert is a cold-blooded murderer who deserves life in prison. Killing Dunn in collaboration with Hamish was the only way to end years of torment and humiliation. We can allow the police to believe it was Hamish alone, so Albert can go free, but he must live with his conscience. I'm not comfortable letting a murderer go like that. Or under these circumstances, I don't think. I mean, I did in the last one, but that was sort of an active self-defense situation. While Albert's father is undeniably an asshole, I still think murdering him is a little far, unlike with the previous case, where I think that one was reasonably justified in that it was a self-defense kind... Well, not exactly self-defense. You know what I mean. That guy was a more active threat than Albert's father was. If it's White, I'm gonna be upset. It seems... I mean, I didn't want it to be Albert either, but he seems far more likely than White.
What happened, Inspector?
It's all over now, lad. There is no use denying it. We know that you murdered your father. Patricide by plant poisoning. Very alliterative.
What? You're mad. I didn't do it. I didn't know anything about botany.
Yeah, but Hamish did. Damn, is that wrong? Damn, it is. Okay. Fine. I guess I got baited by the recording. Since she's the only alternative, basically. Damn. Alright. What do I need to tick off? White had time. Albert is not involved.
But Holmes, how can you be certain that we'll find Miss White here?
It is obvious, Watson. Just use your brain.
I am using it. I do use it.
Now that the rope has tightened around Martin Hamish, Miss White must act to erase all traces of her implication. After the suicide of her accomplice, there is one final trace remaining. The deadly plants of the Divine Syndicate. She will be there.
Very good. Shall we go?
Just one moment. Now listen to me, Watson. I shall see her alone. You will conceal yourself behind her. Quietly.
Whatever are you planning?
Nothing spectacular. The impulses of women have always been a mystery to me. But she is a bold one, and so we must be cautious.
All right. You can count on me, Holmes.
Can't believe I got baited so easily by that recording. Damn. I'm kind of mad.
Mr. Holmes, good day to you.
You do not seem surprised, Miss White.
Well, I was expecting you.
Not for too long, I believe. So please tell me, as it is still unclear, who planned the murder? Was it you?
You were wrong, Mr. Holmes.
It was Martin Hamish, then. You managed to convince him to take on a more prominent role.
You could not be further from the truth.
You think that you can fool me?
You don't care what I think.
It is difficult to care about someone who is capable of pushing a man to his suicide. It is over, Miss White. The police will be here any minute.
Over, perhaps. One moment you were here, and the next, you were on the other side.
The other side? No! Stop!
Oh.
I beg you not to do this, Miss White.
Don't come any closer.
Please remain calm. We can help you.
Not one step further. Don't try to stop me.
Stop this foolishness. You cannot truly want to die.
No, it's too late.
Fuck. I wasn't ready for that sudden shift in perspective.
This is tragic, Holmes.
Are you able to do anything?
I'm afraid not. The poison has been fulgurating. Her heart stopped instantly, poor child.
So, while not ideal, I'm reasonably prepared to just accept that. Because, like, look. It's like, really early, it's early 19th century England. They were going to kill her anyway. So, to be honest, this is a pretty similar outcome, as from my perspective. Damn, I got baited. Fuck. Damn it. That's the second time I got baited by something. Oh. I still can't believe... I don't even remember the dude's name in the second case. I still can't believe it was him when we found out he was so obviously ripping off so many people. That one keeps me awake at night. Like, that was, you know, that was some S-tier bait right there. They got me good with that one. This one was a little less drastic, but damn, I gotta stop being so easily baitable. Fuck.